Right, Year 12, last video for this financial topic, in fact for all of our financial topics. We're called repaying loans, but really what we're mostly doing here is comparing loans, right? They'll have slightly different terms. We want to weigh them up one against the other. Now, coming back all the way from the very beginning of this unit, we talked interest is the cost of borrowing money. It's the difference between what you borrow and what you repay. Yep, so let's have a look at this example here. Press pause, read the question carefully. Now, first of all, total amount made in repayments. Look, this looks like it might be hard, but I know what the monthly repayment is. I know that I'm making monthly repayments for 25 years. So the total amount repaid, let's say total, equals 1,007.04. Right? My monthly repayment. If I multiply that by 12, that's how much I repay every year. If I multiply it by 25, that'll be how much I've repaid in total. Yeah. Okay, so those 300 repayments at $1,007 brings us to a total of $302,112 repaid. Okay, total repaid. For part B, the interest. Yep. It's not 9%, or it's not 9% of 120,000 or something like that. It's the difference between what was borrowed and what was repaid. So we repaid this, we borrowed 120, so the interest equals 302,112 minus 120,000, which equals $182,112. Okay, so that's the interest paid, right? That's how much extra, that was the cost of borrowing that money over that period of time. Now for part C, equivalent flat rate of interest. What we want to look at is, if I borrowed 120,000 at a simple interest for 25 years, what would it be? What would interest rate would give me interest of this amount? So, right, interest is PRN. I'm going to go over here. Therefore, my 182,112 is 120 times the rate, which we don't know, which we're trying to find, by my 25 years. Therefore, my rate is the 182, the interest, divided by the principal times the number of terms. Okay, we rearrange this interest equation until we make, that's the worst looking R I've ever seen, until we make R the subject, and I get about 6.1% per annum. Okay, so that's an equivalent flat rate of interest. If I borrowed $120,000 for 25 years at 6.1% per annum, simple interest, I would end up paying back $302,000. Yep. Righto, here's another one. We're going to weigh one up against the other here. Right, let's have a look what we've got. 6% per annum, 25 years, monthly repayment of this. This one here, a higher interest rate, same length of time, the repayment is slightly higher. However, they are going to pay more over a shorter period of time. Okay, let's have a look and see what interest is charged over these. Okay, so for X we have my total repaid is equal to the 644.30 times the 12 repayments per year by 25 years. Okay, so on loan X, with the, remember this is the lower interest rate, so it has the lower repayment, they end up paying back $193,290 there. Now, with loan Y, they could potentially pay back more. Now, they're not allowed to pay back $800 per month on the first loan. With this one, they are allowed to. So let's see if, even though they're going to pay a higher interest rate, whether that works out to be better for them. So my repayment, we're not going to look at this 706.78, don't care about that. We're going to consider 800, okay? So we're going to do 800 by, well, 18 years and 9 months. Can I say that's 18.75? 18.75 years, 18 3/4, right? By 12, by 12. Okay, so that's going to be the number of repayments they make, 18.75 by 12, multiplied by the repayment of 800. And what does that equal? Let's find out. All right, we found out that equals 180,000. Okay, so by having the flexibility of making the higher repayment, even though it's higher interest rate, having the flexibility to pay it off sooner, they actually end up paying less interest. Now, I haven't worked out what the interest is. All right, it's 93,290 here, $80,000 here. I didn't take the 100. I didn't work out an equivalent flat rate of interest. I think that those two figures there give us a reasonable sort of comparison. Now, if you get this in an exam, here is the question. That's what we need to answer. Which load would you recommend? So I'm going to say recommend, right, shorthand here, recommend Y because higher repayment produces less interest. Okay, that's repaying loans. Not very different to the tables we looked at in class. We will go through these in class. Please, if you've got any questions, please jot them down. Ask me in class. I'll see you then. Bye.